Welcome to another Arete Athletics weekly challenge. This week we're going to be talking about the nasal breathing that I've been having people work on for the last couple weeks. And no, we're not doing this just to make you quiet when you're training on Zoom due to popular belief that a lot of people think. That's why I'm having you do this. Like anything in training, we're looking for an adaptive response. And the cool thing about nasal breathing is there's a bunch of different working theories that some studies are starting to produce now or validate that nasal breathing does a lot of good things beneficially for your body, not just increasing possible oxygen uptake, because your oxygen, if you're just nasal breathing the entire time, you're not blowing off as much CO2, which means your breath rate kind of slows down naturally. Compared to when you're mouth breathing, you have a larger volume of gas exchange as far as you tend to blow off a lot of O2 and CO2 simultaneously because the uptake of your oxygen doesn't last as long because your respiratory rate kind of goes a little too high. And so what I want people to work on to incorporate nasal breathing is ideally initially just work on it during your warm-ups and your cool downs. And if you're not doing more high threshold work, you can keep nasal breathing through your entire workout. And so I like to use it. A good training effect for this is when you're taking your longer walks, doing more of your aerobic work, and see if you can maintain your same cadences by just nasal breathing. The cool thing is if you are unable to do that, you can always breathe through your mouth. It's not like the end of the world there. Really good things with nasal breathing in general is what you'll find if you are breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. It's actually a much more relaxed way to breathe compared to just breathing in and out through your mouth. And so a good test is just take a minute and just work on nasal breathing solely on its own, and then do another minute where you're breathing in and out just by using mouth breathing. And you should feel a marked difference in how much more musculature is having to be utilized when you're mouth breathing. So we start using some more auxiliary muscles to inhale and exhale when you're mouth breathing compared to when you're nasal breathing. And that also ties into your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems. So your parasympathetic, which is your rest and digest, nasal breathing really kind of moves or shifts that pendulum over into your parasympathetic tone, which is great for recovery. On the flip side, when you're, in a way hyperventilating through mouth breathing more, you're kicked way over into stress, so in that sympathetic tone. So a couple things that you can work on throughout the week is, again, work on that nasal breathing. See what it's like. It's great for stress reduction. That's also why we worked on that when we're doing a lot of our cold shower work, because we're trying to see if we can stay away from the high threshold response of hyperventilating and stay in more of a parasympathetic tone and work on nasal breathing. So go ahead and give that a shot. Work on your aerobic work, breathing only in through your nose, out through your nose. Work on that in your cool downs and your warm-ups as well. Hope this is a fun challenge for you this week. Take care.